we're going to do our last type of transformation. So today we're learning about how we do what are called rotations. Rotations, or what are just called turns. Okay, so we're taking something and we're rotating it or turning it to change its position on the graph. Okay, so here's something here. Okay, it's a line, just it kind of looks like a triangle, and we're asked to rotate it a quarter turn clockwise. So for today, what we're doing is we're rotating these either a quarter turn one way or a quarter turn the other way. A half turn is what we're doing, but we also need to know what clockwise is and what counterclockwise is. So just remember, if you think about the way that a clock works, so a clock turns this way. Okay, so that's clockwise. Counterclockwise would just be the opposite direction of that. Okay, so what we're asked here is to rotate this a quarter of a turn clockwise. Okay, so what we're asking, it was moving clockwise, so it's rotating this direction, and it's rotating just a quarter turn, so it's a quarter of the way. So what's going to happen if we think about just this line, to rotate that, it goes from here a quarter of the way. Okay, so it would be a quarter of the way, a half of the way, 3/4 of the way, and all the way around would be a full turn. Okay, but we're just rotating a quarter turn. So what that looks like, just a quarter turn to there. Okay, so first let's just think about that line. So what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so it was normally here, but now it's rotated to here. Okay, so all it's going to be is that line now is here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and then all it is just we complete the triangle part. Okay, so the triangle part just kind of looks like this. And there we go. I've rotated it a quarter turn. So say instead of rotating a quarter turn clockwise, say it's rotate a half turn counterclockwise. Okay, so now again, we're staying here and we're rotating it, but this time we're not going clockwise, we're going counterclockwise. Okay, so counterclockwise, a quarter turn will go to here, but it's a half turn, so a half turn is all the way to the other way. Okay, so there would be where a half turn is. So again, just start off by drawing my line. Okay, so it's rotated from here to here to here. So again, it's the same 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But now I need to think about which side I would draw my triangle on, because it's not the same to draw it this side or this side. It does have to be a particular way. So let's think. Okay, so when I start here, the triangle is to this side. When I rotate it to here, the triangle is now would be on the down side here. When I rotate it here, it stays on this side, so it would be on this side here. So that's important. Okay, the triangle would be like this. Okay, so you have to think about when I rotate it, where does that shape continue? So here, it stays on the bottom. Here, it's staying on this side of the pencil. Okay, and that works for all different ones, whether you're rotating it a quarter turn or 3/4 of a turn. If it was 3/4 of a turn counterclockwise, all I would do is just go here, and then another quarter turn to here, and so on. Okay, just one other example. Okay, so rotate this thing half a turn counterclockwise. Okay, so you can rotate an entire shape, but what I want you to do is just start by just thinking about one line. So think about this straight line here. And first we rotate this straight line, and then we draw the rest of it after we just rotate this one straight line. Okay, so we're gonna think about rotating that line a half turn. Okay, so we're starting here. We're rotating it counterclockwise, so counterclockwise against the direction of a clock, and we're rotating a half turn. So if we think about, again, ignore this other part here, just think about the line, a quarter turn and a half turn. So there would be my half turn counterclockwise. Okay, so again, let's make sure it's the same length, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And there I've rotated that line a half counterclockwise. But let's make sure and think, okay, so there's my line. Off the end of it, I have this line that goes 1, 2, 3 going straight up. Okay, so if I rotate it a half, it's this side of the pencil. So if I rotate it here, it would be this side of the pencil. If I rotate to here, it's going to be this side of the pencil, because keeping the orientation the same way. Okay, so that was 3, and it's this way. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then coming off of that, kind of come and take a left turn, 2, 1, 2, and there we are. We join there. Okay, there's my shape that I've rotated a half a turn counterclockwise. Okay, so today we have a couple questions working on rotations, and then there's one page where we kind of have a review of all the different things that we've learned about rotations, reflections, and translations or slides. Okay, so good luck with it, guys.